What's the funniest way you've ever avoided work? 3 years ago, I used to work at a fast food place, and every shift felt like pure torture. My manager, Gary, was the type of guy who took his job way too seriously. He acted like running a burger joint was the same as running the White House. One night, we were short-staffed, and Gary was in full dictator mode. The place was packed, and he was barking orders at everyone like we were in a military drill. Then he turned to me and snapped, "Mop the floor now." I wasn't in the mood to mop. I wasn't in the mood to do anything, actually. So instead of arguing, I did what any rational employee would do. I pretended to faint. I dropped the mop, grabbed my head, and collapsed dramatically onto the floor. I even threw in a little twitching for effect. Customers gasped. Coworkers rushed over. Gary freaked out and started yelling for someone to call an ambulance. I peeked through my fingers and realized I had committed to this bit, so I had to go all the way. I let them lift me into a chair, dramatically came to, and mumbled, "I think I need to go home." Gary, looking completely horrified, nodded and said, Yeah, go home, rest up." I grabbed my bag, miraculously recovered, and walked out the door. For the next 2 weeks, every time I came in, Gary would ask me if I was okay and tell me not to overexert myself. I played along, holding my head and sighing whenever he was around. Then one night, karma came for me. I was at the register when Gary tapped me on the shoulder and whispered, "Go home, you don't look good." I was completely fine, but I wasn't about to argue. I nodded weakly and dragged myself toward the door like I was barely hanging on. I thought I had won, until I got home and realized my paycheck was missing 2 whole shifts.